So I own the Walnut. It's a small independent restaurant in Wellington. We've been open, well, we opened June the year before. So subsequently we've been closed, unfortunately, for sort of nearly 4 months in total with the COVID lockdown. Opening a restaurant is never particularly straightforward. It is a challenging industry to be a part of, but we've managed to sort of weather the storm and keep going. I think the objective when we opened was to try and bring a little bit of what's in Shrewsbury to the area, having moved to Wellington about 6 years ago, and continued to work in Shrewsbury town centre. And I think, you know, in the main, it's worked really well. We are just on the very edge of the town centre, and we've sort of tried to focus on working with other local businesses, whether they be grocers or butchers or bakers, wherever we can get local produce from, great prices, and just really build links with other people's charities, groups, and support other people in our local environment, including the schools. So we're currently in direct link, obviously, with the HRC, and we also are in direct links with Arklewood Academy as well, and their food tech department. My chef and I went and judged a couple of food competitions, cooking competitions for them at the end of the last school year, which was, you know, great fun. So, like I said, with the shutdown, it's not been easy. We did originally diversify quite quickly into grocery deliveries for people that couldn't leave their homes. We also developed some ready meals, and we moved into takeaway options, which was something we never really anticipated needing to do. With the lockdown we've just gone back into, we've again gone on to takeaways, which are going very well. And we have a new range of ready meals and packet sauces, various other things that my chef, who I've just taken on, Frankie, and I are working on to try and get those into the local economy and environment, and just try and remain relevant during this whole lockdown. Within the industry, some of you might be aware of what happens, some of you might not, but we have sort of two clear separate parts to hospitality. We have front of house and back of house. So front of house is the waiting on staff. If you're a hotel, it'd be the people working in the rooms and in reception and what have you. Back of house, the people behind the scenes. So in my business, that's the kitchen. So within the kitchen, we have our chef, and we also have several KPs, kitchen porters, who help maintain the cleanliness of the kitchen, washing up, any prep that needs to be done with chef, and maintaining that through service. Front of house, that's obviously greeting customers, waiting on tables, taking orders, and then obviously carrying drinks to the bar, from the bar to the table, excuse me, making cocktails, making coffees, and ensuring that it's a nice environment for people to be in. So when we take people on board, you know, the training is key. So when people first come in, they must understand what we require of them as a business, and then obviously moving on from that with our due diligence, what they then understand that we have to produce to comply with our local environmental health and other legislation that we are governed by. So due diligence is incredibly important, making sure, especially at these times, that we are incredibly clean, everything is maintained to the highest of standards, and that we can still function safely, and people are still safe to come into our environment when legislation permits again. So at the moment, I've got a chef working with me, like I said, on the takeaways and diversifying into ready meals and other dinner box ideas that we're going to launch hopefully this week. And also front of house, Adam is my bar manager, who is currently rewriting our cocktail menu. So Adam is a fully trained mixologist. It's probably a word that you might not have come across before, but he is a fully trained cocktail barman, which means he understands how different drinks and different flavors work together to create these cocktails. So not just the sort of ones that you may know, so cosmopolitans, margaritas, mojitos, but also developing our own range of cocktails that are in some way linked to people in the area or landmarks, so that we can create our own range and make it really special to the Walnut. So no one else will have these sorts of things. He will also be hosting our gin tasting sessions and our whiskey tasting sessions when we can get those back up and running again, which is really exciting. And as well as the mixology, we are also starting to host cocktail masterclasses, which means people can come in, up to 6 people, when we're allowed to again, can come in as a group of friends and learn how to mix cocktails together. So when you go home, you know, you can buy the little ingredients that we would stock and take those home and make them yourself. We also have a mocktail course and a group of mocktails as well, which are without alcohol. So very, very suitable for younger people to come in, have a birthday party, socially distance again when we're allowed to, and you can come in with your friends, learn how to mix and match flavors and make mocktails yourselves. Aside from that, in the industry, it's again never easy when you're a small business. You know, time is limited, staffing is limited. You know, there's a lot of business that needs to be done behind the scenes, as before when Rachel was speaking about what you can learn about at Harper Adams. There's an awful lot that goes into this. So just from the financial point of view and maintaining the records there, going through into the due diligence that, as I said, we're required by the local environmental health authority to maintain. Then moving forward from that, it's being able to promote the business. So using social media, our marketing skills, looking at how we, again, like Rachel said, photograph food so it looks at its best, get a good picture of a cocktail so we can really promote ourselves in the best light, and having those skills that we can use for those, just to keep ourselves relevant and keep moving forward. We did receive a couple of awards actually in the summer, which we were really grateful for our diversification. You know, when lockdown happened, it was quite apparent that there were particularly elderly people in the area who were really quite concerned that they couldn't get food, they wouldn't get food. So it was lovely to sort of really get stuck in and help people who were struggling and who were genuinely concerned that they might, you know, they might not be able to eat. So to get an award from Lux for that was really special and really surprising in our first year of trading, but we were really grateful for that. So yeah, I mean, moving forward as a business, when we reopen, we hopefully will be for Christmas. We're now writing menus for Christmas and nailing those down, because obviously we've had to alter those. And then again, moving forward into the new year, trying to have a plan in your head for every eventuality. Will we stay open in January and February? Will we be forced to lock down again? If we're locked down again, what are we going to do? How are we going to continue to make money? How am I going to continue to ensure I can employ my staff and pay them, pay all my bills, all that kind of thing? So you're constantly thinking, what am I going to do next? Where are we going? Who can we get involved with? Who can we just form another link with? You know, what products can we create ourselves? What can we work with someone else on, and how we're going to do that kind of thing? And again, yeah, just hopefully, you know, in the not too distant future, getting into the schools, you know, sending Frankie in there into the food tech departments, helping students learn how to butcher things correctly, how to prep fish, how to create sauces that you would have in a rosette kitchen, and really, you know, hopefully inspire some of you guys out there to come and join the industry. I mean, it's hard work, it's challenging, but you know, there's great rewards. You know, it's a fun environment to be in if you get in the right kitchen and right restaurants. And we're always looking for new people to take on. You know, unfortunately, the apprenticeships got halted, and the work experience got halted last year that we were offering. But you know, moving forward, if we're able to offer work experience for any of you guys, more than happy to. Do approach me. Please don't send your parents, and come and speak with me, either online or on the phone. And if we can set anything up to help any of you out, if you're all, you know, if there's anyone that is keen on joining us, or just having a bit of a taste of what we do, you know, when time allows and when legislation allows, you know, we're more than happy to have that conversation and see who we can work with. So yeah. I think that's probably all I can talk about right now. So thank you so very much for listening. And like I say, if anyone's interested, please do get in touch with us. That would be lovely.
That's fantastic. Thank you very much. I think one question that I know every student has asked me to ask every panelist is like, how much money do you make and how hard is it?
Well, it depends. I mean, it's one of those, isn't it? It's, you know, I'm a director of a limited company, so, you know, I don't make very much money at all. But, you know, it's one of the, you know, if we produce a good product that people want, and if we have the great service that we've always strived for, you know, you can make more money. It's a difficult industry, but it's not an impossible one, and we're small enough to really create a bit of excitement around town. And like I say, that I am planning another opening soon, so yeah, we will need staff, and you know, there'll be opportunities, and like I say, we'll work with as many people as we can and get people involved. So yeah, should be good.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.